in the Ferguson City Council. The six-member group will now consist of 3 blacks and 3 whites to better represent the community it serves. That's what the people wanted, and we welcome all 3 newly elected council members. We say good morning to Wesley Bell, Ella Jones, and former mayor of Ferguson, Brian Fletcher. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to talk about the voter turnout. It was a rainy day. Usually that doesn't bode well, but 30% turnout, even better than in the county. What do you think about that?
I think it's indicative of the energy. The Ferguson residents, they wanted their voices to be heard, and they got out and spoke loudly.
And I know after the unrest in Ferguson, the riots, and the death of Michael Brown, that was one of the things. If you want change, be a part of the change. Is that what you saw here?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's talk about priorities. What is your first priority? You've been the mayor of Ferguson. Now you're on the city council. What is your first order of business at the city council?
We have a very heavy plate loaded down, and first of all, we need to stabilize the city. We have a city manager to hire, and we have a police chief to hire, and we go straight into budget negotiations. We must pass the budget by June 30th.
A lot of business to be, and you?
Same thing what Brian said, and also meet with my senior, which is Mark Burns, and talk with him and go forward.
And Wesley?
Community building, community-oriented policing, and citywide and regional court reform.
With that said, you mentioned policing. What about the Ferguson Police Department? A lot of folks complained about that it too did not represent the community. Will there be change in that area, or will that at least be on the agenda?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we've all talked about that. That was first on my platform, is a change in culture with respect to the police department, and implement more community-oriented policing where officers are more a part of the community and not perceived as distant from it.
And Mr. Fletcher, you've been the mayor. What type of experience are you going to take from the mayor's office to help these new members of the city council?
Well, with the reduction of our traffic fees that we're going to be seeing, we're going to have to prioritize our budget and give the first things that the citizens want. They want good community services such as trash and street repair and snow removal. Those are the everyday nuts and bolts of things that citizens require from a community. And also safety with our police and our fire department.
And Ella, I want to ask you, a lot of folks, I've been hearing some complaints about the cleanup in Ferguson, how it's not happening fast enough. Still burned out buildings there along West Florissant. What is the game plan there? Have you devised one? Have you thought of anything like that?
Well, we are working on the plan, and it's mainly due because the business owners was waiting on their insurance adjusters, and once the insurance adjusters did what they had to do and talk with the business owners, then the cleanup can start. But we couldn't clean up before the business owners talked with their insurance adjusters.
Will there be a better Ferguson in the future?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the turnout here in my ward particularly was a record number, twice the highest prior to, and I think that it just shows that all residents are on board to advance a solution led by Ferguson residents.
Is change on the horizon, Ella?
Yes, it is.
It's already occurred.
Absolutely.
It's already occurred with the election. It's a new beginning for Ferguson.
Well, I have a feeling people who live in Ferguson have a newfound hope for what's going to happen in the future. I don't live there. I can't speak for them, but just the feeling of your ambition and your ideas gives me that feeling. So thank you for your time. Obviously, so much more to talk about, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do that again in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about Ferguson, we've got a link to their city website. If you want to follow the council's doings, we've got a link to their city website on our website at fox2now.com. All right.